All right, Jesse on Fire. Let's talk about Colby Covington because he got ripped, son. He got ripped by you-know-who. The crew in New Zealand, Volkanovski, Dan Hooker, on their new podcast.
Colby, how does Colby say it? What's Colby say?
Kamshat Chimaev.
Fuck off. He's a fucking idiot, bro.
He is an idiot.
A fucking idiot. And they fucking hide him. Like, the UFC hide the out of him, bro.
Well, they need to, right?
They need to.
Yeah,
they would
man.
slap the shit out of him. Like, he can't even train at, like, the PI.
They ripped Colby Covington. And the reason that's notable is for a few reasons that I'm going to tell you about in a second. Let's talk Colby Covington and let's get deep in the weeds. Okay, so here's the deal. Like, Volkanovski and Dan Hooker have started a podcast. It's the first podcast of its kind. Two people, current MMA fighters who are talking about things related to the UFC. It's the very first one, okay? It's the first of its kind. I'm just kidding. There are a lot of them. But there's good, dude. They've got a really good setup, man. Like, they've got like a legit studio. I was looking, I'm like, damn. One of these motherfuckers clearly has some money. Volkanovski. Oh, you signed a big deal? Hey, what should I invest? Hey, babe, what should I invest my money in? That's the worst accent ever. She's all, buy yourself a studio and then you and Dan Hooker can go deep dick the whole world with your mouths on the mic. He's all, you really think I should do that? She's all, fuck yeah, dude. You got all the money. Ain't nobody going to beat you. You're going to make 7-8 million first quarter of next year. Get that studio. Get the fuck in there. You and the hangman can go fuck people up on the mic. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down, Mrs. Volkanovski. He might do it, but geez. But yeah, their studio is fucking awesome. And they were talking about Colby Covington, and basically they were saying that, I guess if I was going to summarize it, he's a little bitch. You know, like they were saying some things I actually completely disagree with. One thing in particular. So they were saying basically that Colby, when he like comes to the UFC events, that he doesn't even stay in Fighter Hotel. He stays in other hotels. That like when he's at the Performance Institute, he comes in like late at night. He dips in, then he dips out. And he's got security with him all the time. And they basically said, that is him not facing the repercussions of the things that he says. And like Dan Hooker used this example. He was like, look, man, I'll just own shit that I say. And if someone's like, hey, let's go fight in the fucking parking lot, I'll just be like, all right, I might have been really drunk when I said that. I'm sorry, but we can go fight, you know? And so he's like, I'm down for, like, I'll just own it. He's like, and Colby, you roll up on him like, hey, let's go fight in the parking lot. He's like, yo, I have security with me. And he's like, so he's not facing the consequences of the things that he says. And I'm like, listen, Dan Hooker, I definitely do not want to dance with you in a parking lot, okay? This is not me challenging you to a fucking parking lot dance. But I will point out that your logic is not correct, okay? Because if you're saying that Colby Covington has to dip in and out of the fucking PI in the middle of the night, and he has security with him all the time, and he also can't even stay at fucking Fighter Hotel and has to stay at other, I think that's wearing the consequences of his character. You know what I mean? Like if shit started getting that sideways at any time, he could have just stopped doing the character. I mean, we all know it's a character. This is not like, do you really think Colby is at Thanksgiving dinner with his family? You know, and he's eating a chicken leg. He's all, what's up, you fucking nerds and virgins? They're all, Colby Covington. He's all, what's up? What's up? Oh, what, you don't like my chaos fucking necklace? You don't like trying to eat while these diamonds are flashing in your eyes? Mom, fuck you. Yeah. They're all, oh, well, what do you think about your sister? He's all, psh, if she wasn't my sister, I'd beat that up. Lucky for you, I'm your brother, so I won't let these dirty ass motherfuckers put their hands on her. She's all, are you sure? Yeah. So my point is, like, I would imagine he's probably pretty calm and polite at dinner, as we all know that underneath the facade is a calm and polite person, right? He created chaos. He created the chaos character. And the reason I bring this up is because I have so much respect for this dude. I really do. I know people think that they like they're all, man, everyone should just be like Beneil Dariush. Just come in, you work, you fight, you go home. That's respect. It's like, yeah, you know, I bet you Dana would disagree, you know. I bet you Dana would disagree. I bet Dana would throw 20 Beneil Dariush's to the wolves for one Colby Covington, you know. Like, this isn't just a sport. If people think this is like just a sport, like it's not just a sport. UFC is not just like a sport. That's a common misconception. Not just a sport. This is show business. Yeah, at the end, the event is a sport. But your job is to sell pay-per-views. That's your fucking job, dude. That's your job, son. Your job is to sell pay-per-views. And being really good at fighting is one way that you can sell pay-per-views. Another way is to create chaos and to be entertaining and to start shit. And so in Colby's case, he's doing that in overdrive. Now, I haven't seen a lot of him since this thing with Masvidal happened, which again, I'm not getting into. I'm done with conspiracy theories on this fucking channel, man. I'm done with them. So let's just, since the fucking character blew up in his face to a point where his best friend knocked his goddamn teeth out outside of a steakhouse where he's eating with the Nelk boys, inexplicably putting it on Instagram so motherfucking Street Judas knew exactly where to find him. But yeah, I mean, I would say that that's a pretty shitty side effect of your fucking character. I'm doing this character, everything's great. I have a best friend, but I'm starting to sell more fights. And then, fast forward, it's like, yeah, you just fought your best friend and now he just attacked you outside of a steakhouse. It's like, that's some serious blowback on your character. I bet you didn't visualize that the first time. This fucking Brazil's a dump. Wait, what did he say? All you Brazilians are filthy animals. I am not saying that. I'm saying that's what he said. But anyway, but here's the deal. Shit started getting hot for him real quick, right? He said the Brazilian fighters at American Top Team wouldn't train with him after that, And then that's in his own fucking gym, dude. Seriously, I hadn't really thought about that a lot for some reason because I've always been skeptical of kind of anything surrounding the Colby story. And now that I've just kind of said, you know what, there's no reason for me to be investigative on this, because I'm not going to get to find out either way. So I'll just take it at face value, right? Okay, so the Brazilian fighters didn't want to fucking train with him. And so when I kind of go back and think about that, it's can you fucking imagine being at your gym? Seriously, can you imagine, just picture your guys as, and obviously I'm not talking I know some of you guys are pros and training these. I'm talking to regular folks that just are, that do jujitsu or whatever. It's can you imagine if you're in your jits gym and you did something that ended up going viral on YouTube and all of a sudden fucking none of the Brazilians will train with you. They're all they're okay, partner up, hey, who's got next round? And they're no. As much as I would love to strangle you, I'm not fucking training with that racist piece of shit. You're all, wait, what? I love you guys. They're all, well, that love is misplaced, dog, because I'm never training with you again, bitch. That sounds awful, dude. In all seriousness, that sounds fucking terrible. And did Colby stop for a second and be maybe I should scale this back a little bit? He hit the gas, son. He got attacked with a boomerang by Fabricio Verdum. Gas. Every single thing that's happened, he's hit the gas, not the brakes. And I just need everyone to really think about the fact this is not who he really is. This is also not some Hulk Hogan situation where he's I'm the Hulk, and then he actually becomes that person and thinks that the character and the person, there's no separation anymore. It's not that, dude. I know people who know Colby. Certainly people who people know him. People who hung out with him very recently. Super humble, super fucking cool, super chill. So he's playing a goddamn character. And he's playing that character at tremendous expense to himself, is the point I'm making. You think that he wants to sneak in and out of fucking the Performance Institute? You think he likes not being able to stay at Fighter Hotel because he's afraid that some fucking team is just going to jump him at the hotel? That sucks balls, dude. That's fucking terrible. That's fucking terrible. How is that not wearing the consequences of doing the thing? That's if he could just go fight somebody in a parking lot and then be done with it, I'm sure he would prefer that to the entire fucking organization wanted to jump kick him and then gang rape him. You know what I mean? I would imagine. So yeah, total fucking commitment. And I have more respect for that than I can even, it's all part of the same thing, dude. It's like, you know, I'm going to talk about this in every one of my videos today. I do 3 videos. I'm talking about it all. Stephen Hargett is the ADCC world champion as of yesterday. I train with Steve a lot. And I also know him very well. I watch, like I know his life. Complete and total dedication to jiu-jitsu in a way that's like, it's fucking inspiring, man. Like it really is, dude. He's so fucking good. But like when you watch and he's at the point, honestly, like when I watch him like fight like Nogi, where you're just kind of like, honestly, I get it. It's like watching Tony Hawk in his prime in a skate contest, you know, or like, I actually asked him about that. I was like, are you getting bored in Nogi? Like feeling he's like, and he just like, no, he's like, I'm still getting better. I don't know. He's a really inspiring dude, man. But I'm inspired by that dedication to excellence. And I see the self-sacrifice or like the kind of sacrifice required to do what Colby's doing outside the octagon as damn near equivalent to the sacrifice you need to make training to get to that position. Like, I mean, it's not as like, you know, I mean, you got to train fucking every day, but that's not a comfortable position to put yourself in. And he's just gone full throttle the whole way. I don't know. It's pretty fucking gangster, you know? But I imagine it makes him sad to think about the fact that his best fucking friend punched him in the face because that happened, right? Because that happened, right? Fucking gaslighting motherfuckers. Don't act like you're not watching, dude. I know you're fucking watching, and I know you're laughing at me, and it's not funny. Anyway, so yeah, this month is going to be a big fucking deal for me. I'm going full throttle, more content than I've ever done, and I really appreciate if you guys could help me by liking the video, sharing it, commenting, etc. I need to tell you guys something. This is not an ad. So I told you guys that if you went and bought the underwear that I promote, Sheath, right? Sheath. And you bought it at sheathunderwear.com and then use promo code FIRE20, FIRE20. And then you sent me the receipt and you told me to say something on the channel. I would say whatever the fuck you want, right? It's like, yeah, just tell me what you want me to say and I'll say it. So the only person that took me up on this, right? You have to buy 2 pairs, by the way, 2 pairs. Is my dude right here. He said he wants me to say that artist 12-1 Music is a badass dude. Here's the thing though. I did actually look up his music and it is fucking badass. So you guys should definitely check that out. 1201. You spell out 12, you put a 0 in between, and then you write the word 1. There are no numbers in this. You're actually going to type them out. Check that shit out. 1201 on YouTube.